podcast. I'm your host, Tim, and I got some co-hosts, of course. I got Matt, I got you Devontae, and I got you Dane.
Falling.
Like a Great Dane or like a...
I don't know about a Great Dane.
The greatest Dane, king of the Danes, Shakespearean Dane.
You're that Dane.
Well, god dang.
God dang, God dang.
God dang. All right, so
The one, the only.
this segment will be about the cinematic movie universe. There's been some rumors popping around, and so we figured, hey, why not talk about it for a little bit? And also, we have one topic at the end that's not comic book related, but it is movie related. So the first topic is about, apparently, there's been some questions, even by the main actor of the movie series, of whether or not there will be a third AntMan movie. Well, a lot of reports are saying that it will indeed be a movie. It will not be a TV show for Disney Plus. It will be a full-fledged movie to finish off the trilogy. And with that, and it makes a lot of sense with the way they set up his daughter in Endgame, how she's a teenager now. It's rumored it's going to be a jumping off point for Young Avengers.
Which leads me to wonder if they're actually going to do like a Young Avengers Disney Plus show, or they're going to do a movie. I feel like it would be
A movie. I think it would be a movie.
See, I'm thinking the other
They're
part.
probably gonna do what we talked about last week, where they like hint at certain things in shows, and you gotta read comics. And
Yeah.
it builds up to a whole movie.
Exactly. So we know they're making a Miss Marvel, right? So she could be part of the new, what they would consider as a roster for Young Avengers.
Like they're going to combine the champions and the Young Avengers.
Yes.
Wait, are we looking at her like an older, like Steve Rogers, like figurehead thing? Or
No. Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, Miss. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
see-
Kamala Khan Marvel.
I
Okay.
appreciate you having difficulty with that because I wish to ignore Kamala Khan existence. Miss Marvel is
now?
Carol Danvers. This is
I
why you
like
get the-
I like Kamala Khan. I wish she had a different hero name.
I do too. I do like her as well.
I know you don't. I know you view her as a gimmick. I get it.
Which I totally.
I get.
Let me get up on the mic here. Which I totally understand. Like,
She's still a likable character to me.
yeah, she is. Like, even for her to be like a gimmick, like there's still aspects of her that like stand out and make her her own thing.
Yeah, sure. But regardless, I just have a strong memory of her goose stepping with Captain Marvel in Civil War 2. So
Out of all the gimmicks that they made in past 5 years or so with the new heroes, the most popular and standout ones is Miles Morales as Spider-Man and Miss Marvel.
You mispronounced that again.
Morales.
Morales. Why did I say
Sound like you
Moraz?
said more ass.
Like, is he like the younger cousin of Jason Mraz? Or?
Yeah. My bad, guys. What is it?
Spider-Man
2
by
2 to
day,
20 now?
Singer by night.
2 to 20. I hate you guys.
Spider-Man more ass.
Stop. By the way, Tom Holland, right? But anyway, more importantly, I need you to do me a favor. All right. Who is the actor for Aquaman?
Jason Momoa.
Ah, dang it. I hope you would say Mimosa. But all right, proceed.
Darn it.
All right.
Can I get 2 Jason Mimosas, please?
I'm sure. I'm sure he would be totally okay with that too. But the jumping off point with Cassie Lang, she is usually one of the Young Avengers. They kind of set it up in the second Ant-Man movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp, when she's still a young kid, where she says, "I want to be your partner too, Daddy.
Yep.
I want to be a superhero like you." They set it up a little bit there, and then in Endgame, anybody that hasn't seen Endgame, like, okay, it's
Iron Man
been
does
like,
at the end.
There was some.
it's been 6
Man.
months. Look, man, can't be saying those things.
There's a big purple dude, some dusty people.
You mean
like,
Grimace?
He is inevitable.
Grimace is inevitable.
Yes, Grimace is inevitable. So is the Hamburglar, apparently. But so she's essentially probably like 16 in the movie. In Endgame, wouldn't it be about 16, 15, 16, somewhere around there?
It's a 5-year jump.
Yeah, it's a
was like-
5-year jump.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
how
think
old?
she
She was
was-
like 10. She was like 10.
Yeah, she was.
She's
She
in,
was
like,
still
like
young.
15.
Yeah.
3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah, she was pretty young.
She was like, she was.
Yeah, so
super
she's
young.
about 15. So perfect teenage age. So they'll probably focus on that. They'll probably focus more on the quantum realm and all of that in the next movie.
I know this is totally random, but she's a tall ass 15-year-old.
She is pretty tall.
Built.
She's almost as tall as Paul Rudd, if not like right there.
Well, because the actress isn't actually 15.
Well, I
She's
mean,
an adult.
yeah.
so,
I mean,
you know.
Tom Holland's like in his 40s doing
Yeah.
Spider-Man. So
Tom Holland is not that old.
And
He's
we
like
judged
23 or
Japan.
something. But then you also have the Hawkeye series. Hawkeye's going to be training the new Hawkeye. So she'll be part of the team. So you got your Hawkeye, you got Cassie Lang. I forget what her superhero name is. But she
Wasp.
no. She normally has a different one, and she doesn't.
Oh, that's Nadia Van Dyne. You're right.
Yeah, she normally does where she's more of the giant.
Giant girl.
No. That's not her name whatsoever.
That's Janet Van Dyne.
Yeah,
Look, I can't remember.
they have a lot of code names for that group of Ant-Man cast people, because you gotta think about
Stature or Stinger.
Stature's probably the one that they're thinking that she's gonna play, which is where she's like, giant man or whatever.
Yeah,
Anyways,
just because I
More
look at my
Louise.
phone doesn't mean anything. Podcast people.
They gotta put Louise in the third movie.
well, of course, he's one of the most important characters of the movie series.
I really wanted that in-game recap.
That would have
or-
been funny.
No, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it at the beginning
Beginning of
of
Ant-
Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, Ant-Man 3. He'll totally do because he had been gone. He was part of the snap. So
No. The best part is that his recap is a recap of someone recapping to him. Like maybe his mom recaps to him, and he recaps to us.
yeah,
So I'm talking to my abuelita.
That's my point. And she tells me I've been gone for 5 years.
anyways, so they're probably going to focus on the quantum realm, clearly.
Dang, Scott, you got old, man.
Maybe that's going to be an entry point as well for the Fantastic Four. Because a lot of people have theorized that there was like a town, kind of, where Janet was living. And she doesn't mention that there's not other people there with her
In the quantum realm.
in the quantum realm.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
we'll
what is
see
this
that
now? The negative
in,
zone? What am I doing here?
Strange.
No, instead of them going to space, they go to the quantum realm. They don't create a negative zone. That could be something that they do later.
Okay.
And that's how they they get their powers, because quantum energy is a big thing in the MCU. And apparently Janet Van Dyne, from being in the quantum realm for so long, she got powers. She
I'm sorry, I know this is interrupting you. Wasn't the condition that Ghost had in Ant-Man and the Wasp
A result of
a
quantum.
result of quantum?
yeah. So I think quantum energy, the quantum realm, something quantum related will be part of the reasoning why Fantastic Four will have their powers. But back to the possibility of them setting up the Young Avengers. I think another thing is they also hinted at the young kid from Iron Man 3 at the end of Endgame. You showed him.
Yep.
It's the same actor. I think he's going to play a Iron Lad. Iron Lad is known for later becoming King the Conqueror, correct?
Well, one Iron Lad,
It's
Lad
good.
2020
Yeah.
is Kang.
King.
That is not the Iron Lad. There's an Elseworlds Iron Lad, which is a Hispanic kid, I believe.
Yeah,
And then there's Kang the Conqueror Iron Lad. And
Well,
if-
they're thinking they're gonna do a spin on the Iron Lad thing and make him Iron Lad, essentially, and he'll be part of the Young Avengers. And then the other one would be, I would assume, Nova, because they're working on making a Nova movie.
wait,
Yeah.
so you said we're gonna get Kid Nova before we get actual Nova?
We had actual Nova.
We had a reference to actual Nova. We didn't
The
actually
guy
have-
that John C. Reilly plays as is the guy in the comics that gives the helmet over to Sam.
Also,
Sam's father.
Nova was
Because you got to recall, Sam's father, the elder writer, was a Nova. He died. Sam received his father's helmet.
Yeah, that's supposed to be John C. Reilly's character. Hold on, let me look up John C. Reilly's character in Guardians of the Galaxy. Because if I recall, he actually is a character from the comics.
Well, yeah, I mean that could be, and he could be a member of the Nova Corps, but like we're talking about specifically just the writers here, actual Nova.
Guardians character name. I'm searching this real quick. Sorry, he is Corpseman Day, and Day has a Ramen Day does have a connection to him, if I remember correctly. I swore I watched a video about his connection to Sam.
I mean, which is fine and it's cool. I just hate that we skipped Elder Rider to go straight to Young Rider.
It's not confirmed that we're going to get a young Sam instead of his dad, but that's the theory, that he'll give the helmet over to Sam with all the power of the Nova Core instilled in the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
That it was basically constructed right before the planet exploded. That's the theory that they have going anyways. So we'll have Nova, we'll have Miss Marvel, we'll have Hawkeye, young female Hawkeye, and then Stature.
We still don't have Adam Warlock, but anyway, we proceed.
Well, he wouldn't be
Dude.
he's probably going to be in Guardians Volume 3.
What pisses me off about that is in Guardians 1 we get the cocoon,
Yeah.
and then
Well, it was just an Easter egg. It wasn't actually meant to be his cocoon.
then don't put it in the movie.
They just wanted it as an Easter egg.
I don't care if you're gonna do Adam Warlock's cocoon. Follow
He's
up.
gonna
on
be
that.
in the
And that
third
was in
movie.
Guardians
No, it doesn't.
too.
Look,
James Gunn already said he will be in the third movie.
we built all the way up to Infinity War,
Yeah.
which literally
With
the
no
Infinity,
Adam Warlock.
the Infinity Gauntlet saga legitimately just depends on this character.
Yeah, but storyline with the way they were setting him up, it wouldn't have made sense if he popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
But
He should have been physically in the last bit of Guardians 2.
yes, he should have been, and they should have already mentioned Nova, so Nova would have been part of Endgame as well.
But we also
Even though
lose-
Nova doesn't really play a role in the comics, it still would have been.
you know who really should have been in the Infinity Saga that didn't even make it in, that couldn't have made it in?
Who?
Silver Surfer.
That's true.
Silver
Very
Surfer
true.
should have been all throughout that entire.
Including getting BTFO'd by Thanos.
Yeah,
That's okay. We'll get our Silver Surfer here soon. There's also a rumor that he's getting his own solo film.
Are they going to bring back? Is it Doug Jones? I think.
Doug Jones did play him, and then Lawrence Fishburne did the voice.
So
Lawrence said he would be down to do the voice again, but with Marvel, I don't think they'll do the whole one actor does the voice, one actor does the. I think they'll have one actor. As far as Doug Jones, I don't think so.
Well, he could be in a completely CG character. You can just have him completely CG'd.
But with
I think that's
Marvel, I could totally with it not being Fox doing it anymore, I could totally see them doing like some sort of flashback sequence trying to show what he looked like before he became the Silver Surfer, and it has to be some famous face or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that seems like the typical thing the MCU would do
who would you cast?
for a Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
No,
What? That's a waste.
no, he
That's
has.
such a waste.
He has to be able to look exceptionally good.
Devontae's
bald.
face.
Like no offense. Like
Can't put Keanu in everything, Tim.
you can't put Keanu in everything.
Yes, you can.
but that's not where he needs to be.
Keanu's probably going to end up doing. He wants to do Adam Warlock, but he'll probably end up doing Moon Knight.
I don't want him to do either one of those.
Not at all.
No.
But I say that, but then again, Moon Knight's going to be a Disney Plus series. I don't imagine him wanting to do a TV show.
I mean, he's a down to earth guy. He could do it.
He could
But
do it. It's
it's
just a
still-
matter of he doesn't want to be typecast, so that's why he doesn't want to do Moon Knight. Apparently,
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's just ultra violence.
if I could pick somebody for Adam
So-
Warlock,
for Adam Warlock, I pick Zac Efron.
see, I'll pick Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam, I want to play Green Arrow in a DC movie.
See, people have wanted that since the inception of Arrow.
Yes, because Charlie Hunnam has like the perfect look for a Green Arrow,
He's got
a
the-
proper Green Arrow.
Not the Stephen Amell, which is a really cool.
He does a
down-to-earth
good job.
person.
You know, Stephen
yeah.
Amell's a good actor. He deserves much more than just being on a CW show, which he is. He's going to be on a Showtime show here soon. I think he's going to hit big
Eventually, yeah.
now that he's leaving CW.
Well, because he has room to expand now.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
What for Silver
Is Adam
Surfer?
Warlock?
Or
No,
Silver-
whoa,
Silver
Surfer.
Well, we jumped to like
Silver Surfer is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I
could see that.
I honestly don't care who plays Silver Surfer, as long as like
His
fame
voice
wise.
his voice matters more than his
That's what I'm getting at.
appearance. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So to me, the actual physical actor doesn't matter to me unless they have, because someone of Silver Surfer's body build usually doesn't have the voice to match Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
But if they find someone that can be both, that's great. But if they can't, then they do need to get someone like Lawrence Fishburne to come back. I mean, he already plays a character in the MCU, but he doesn't mind playing more. He loves comic book movies.
Secure the bag.
Yep.
I had to double check, but if they do move forward with doing the Fantastic Four and then eventually
I don't
bringing in
want them to
Silver
do it.
Surfer and
I know who you're looking at. I don't want
I
him.
want it so bad.
Nope.
I want it.
Well, it'd be better than who they were trying to say was gonna. He was looking at the original actor who played as the Thing.
Yeah.
He wants him to come back.
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah. There was a lot of people going around trying to say that the reason why The Rock met with Marvel was to play the Thing,
God.
which would be hilarious because his stage
Yeah.
name's The Rock, and then he would play the Thing.
Mhm.
But would he be the Thing, or would he be like bro Thing?
Look, if
He
it ain't
doesn't really have true acting chops, in my
That's what
opinion.
I'm saying. Like the generic action gig
well,
is
The Rock only plays The Rock. It doesn't matter.
The only time I've seen him not play The Rock is Pain and Gain.
Which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was like the one time I've seen him actually try to play a character. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Yeah, he plays a pretty
I
well
don't- I
a
don't
really
do
dumb
comedies.
character.
He
Yeah.
plays a really dumb,
It's
coked out, like,
yeah, but it's a not just a comedy. Really, it's
like a
mo-
black comedy.
well, yeah,
No.
dark comedy. It's
If
it's
somebody
a,
sells me
it's
something
a
with
Michael
the
Bay
word,
movie.
Yes.
That's not Transformers.
if somebody sells me something with the word comedy attached to it, I tend to walk away from it. So it's just what it is.
Yeah, he
Okay,
doesn't
so
like comedy.
let me sell you on this.
Wasn't Zootopia a comedy?
It was a comedy.
Ooh.
What?
It was an animated rom com.
That was an animated coming of age story. What the hell are you talking
No,
about?
it's an animated rom com. Jason
I told
Bateman
you, I
was in
I
it.
was
It's a
gonna
rom
get it out.
com.
I told you.
It's an animated rom com.
I disagree.
It's an animated rom com with coming of age elements.
Plead the fifth.
No, I just disagree. You're not gonna get me on it. That's not where I place the genre.
Coming off of the Fantastic Four thing though, with a few Fantastic Four actors getting a chance to shine again in Marvel, I would like to see Marvel reach out to Miles Teller for something.
Yeah, well, I don't want him to play Mr. Fantastic. We all know who I want to play Mr.
No,
Fantastic.
but what about Miles Teller as Nova?
I don't care who he plays as. Miles Teller is an overrated actor.
What? I love Miles Teller.
The last time I seen him in anything that I really cared about was the first movie he was ever in. Do you know what movie that was?
No idea.
Footloose. He was in the remake for Footloose.
Wow.
I like how you're the only one laughing, Tim.
Yeah, I know, right? It's completely. Yeah, that's where the crickets.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the person controlling the soundboard, so at least I was nice enough to actually put the crickets on myself.
Yeah, it's good that you
my
know.
God.
So
We should all get remotes that have cricket buttons.
just to hold it for Tim. Every
You're gonna get it now, Tim. You're gonna get it now.
we just abuse our host, but anyway. So listen, going back to the point, right? I am not a fan of the Young Avengers as they currently are in Marvel Comics.
Champions.
The champions, the Young
Yeah.
Avengers, whatever they used to be. There was a point in time where they were particularly good. Back when like Hank Pym was a teacher,
Right.
And, you know, that's where that was a really strong starting point because you also had like Generation X for the X-Men. You know what I'm saying?
The question I have is would they add Hulkling?
Braun, you mean?
Yeah,
His name is now Braun. Oh no,
But he-
Hulkling is a different thing.
Hulkling's a different thing.
Yeah, Hulkling and Braun are two different things.
Hulkling was part of the original.
Because Braun is Amadeus Cho.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like it's been 5 years and even more. So Age of Ultron came out in 2014.
Yeah.
And it's the current timeline's what 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
So we could totally get Amadeus Cho because his mom Helen Cho shows up in Age of Ultron.
We could. I don't like Amadeus Cho. I don't like any of them really. They're all to be bad people. I've not found a member of the Young Avengers besides Miles, or sorry, Young Avengers / Champion slash Miles and Viv Vision.
Do you
That-
like anything
Dang,
modern
not
at all?
liking
Oh,
stuff
that
again.
reminds me. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
So, WandaVision, they were having casting for two young, an actor and an actress. And the theory is it's going to be Wanda and Vision's kids. So another two people
Wait,
from the
so
Young
Wiccan?
Avengers.
That's Wiccan and who?
Wiccan and what's the son's name? I don't remember.
forgot.
No, Wiccan is the boy.
But yeah,
Yeah,
but what's
Wiccan's
the
the
daughter's
boy.
name?
They had
I'm
twins.
blanking. In House of M.
Yeah,
they-
Vision.
They
And
had the Wiccan.
I'm sure we
and
got
the
somebody
Speedster.
that's in the comment section that's like, really, guys, y'all don't know who this is.
Devontae's been waiting on a
sure
live
it's
action
your,
Wiccan
it's
forever.
probably your friend, Terrell. That's probably like
Do you know
commenting.
how powerful Wiccan is?
Love you, Terrell.
I know. This is
Appreciate
what I'm
your
saying.
feedback.
Like, you should be more excited than you're showing on your face right now.
Next to Franklin Richards, Wiccan is super powerful.
Yeah.
He had all the power in the universe, and he gave it up because he said he wasn't ready. He didn't think he should have that much power.
Oh yeah,
yet.
but they're completely out of canonicity at this point, though.
Yeah, they do their own thing with the MCU, so it probably won't be the same. Or are they usually twins?
Yeah, they are.
Both boys usually.
Yeah,
Wiccan
twins
and,
usually have twins.
It was Wiccan and the Speedster, but I forgot his name.
He wasn't.
That wasn't an attack, Tim. I was just stating.
She didn't name
It felt
him.
like it.
She didn't name him for Petro, did she?
Wiccan
Speed.
and Pagan.
I think that was his name.
No,
Not Pagan. No.
and Speed.
Oh God, who can even remember this guy? I don't understand why it's blanking.
It's
on it.
Wiccan and Speed,
His,
right?
His name is. I mean, what is his actual?
Wiccan and Speed.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's why we
Literally
blanked.
Speed.
It's literally Speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Speed, which is like Quicksilver's abilities, obviously.
I
'cause
would
his
like to
name's
see
Speed.
Aaron-
Pietro Jr., I think.
No, well, it can't be Pietro Jr. because Pietro. He could have been named Pietro. He could have been named after his uncle. Was my point. So,
Well,
yeah.
he is dead. His uncle is currently.
I
Well, in the
would really
seed,
like to
even.
see Aaron Taylor Johnson come back as Quicksilver. For like
A lot of people are thinking that might become a thing after the
like a
multiverse
flashback or
stuff.
something.
Yeah, during the multiverse stuff. Well, I mean, if she can bring Vision back, what makes you think she can't bring her brother back?
I read
Yeah.
an interesting tidbit about that multiverse thing.
Yeah, what about it?
So, basically, the rumor is that Nightmare somehow gets a control of Scarlet Witch, and she goes crazy, and Doctor Strange has to save her and teach her how to use her abilities. So
Abilities.
this doesn't
That
happen
makes a
again.
lot of
Wow.
sense.
Also the other rumor is that was announced yesterday that apparently there's a famous version of Vision, which is White Vision, that the movie might give us White Vision. I don't know what's
What is-
significant about him, but I was hoping one of y'all would. But apparently
turned
there's a
to-
I'm not a
significance.
Vision fan.
Dane
so
for this
I don't-
answer if
I
he
don't-
Yeah, I
knows.
thought you were more of a Vision fan than any of us.
Well, I have a lot of respect for Vision in relation to Ultron, but so there have been multiple versions of Vision, some of which have been even evil because obviously Vision is mostly at this point just a robot with a human consciousness functioning within it, via that conscious being granted either by the stone or used to be a person, kind of like Red Tornado. But White Vision is not really throwing any strong loops for me.
It was during the 80s, during the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, the only specifically strong color coded Vision I know is an evil Vision that's yellow, like hard yellow.
Yeah, well, this one will be a white one, which is, I guess, just a callback to like the 80s Vision. I don't know the significance. Didn't look like there was any mention of the significance, but I saw like articles about it everywhere. So I would assume there was something important, but doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, but I just don't recall Vision having any type of super form.
Yeah. But that's pretty much the basis of those rumors. There's another MCU rumors that's a two-parter. So we'll start off with the first part. Tom Holland with his Spider-Man. It is rumored he will. We know he's going to finish up this trilogy, and that Marvel and Disney are trying to work out a deal to where they finally get to buy Spider-Man back, or they get keep doing their deal with Sony and they get 2 more trilogies with Peter
So,
Parker.
You think we're setting up Holland for 9 movies?
Yes, because they want him to stay in the MCU that badly. They think that Spider-Man is the key to keeping the MCU
Going. Yes,
Going.
He is the carry character because Captain Marvel fell through.
Yes.
And Doctor Strange cannot carry, even though his actor is
Yeah, because
amazing.
What?
Doctor Strange cannot carry the MCU. I don't care what you say.
What?
he needs somebody with him. He
He-
can be one of the main people, but he
Yeah.
still needs someone with him. It can't just be him.
I will
This is
also. I will-
blatant
He's not-
disrespect.
He's
No,
not
no.
Spider-Man.
No.
He's never been a
The-
big selling comic book compared to Spidey.
Let me add to that. Thor can't carry the MCU,
No.
and he's one of the big three.
Yeah.
You need somebody that needs to take a leadership role. And like, while Stephen Strange is important, he's not like
You don't have a connection to him emotionally like you do with Peter. Peter is in the MCU, your Iron Man Jr.
which is unfortunate because
I don't care about Iron Man Jr.
Best title he has.
Worst title.
He should be his own standalone. He shouldn't be.
I hope they
Iron
let
Man
him.
Jr. He
Yeah, I
should be
think
his
they're
own
gonna.
person.
I think they're gonna start pulling him more and more away from that aspect. Now that they're done with that second
because
Spider-Man movie.
That was one of my biggest hangups that I had with Far From Home and like just in general with Spider-Man. It's like I want to see him come away from that. I don't want like everything.
And Spider-Man 3, I don't think he really has time to worry about his relationship with Tony.
That's true.
No. Hey, look, here's my whole shtick right here. There are two things for me. There's either your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which I find to be acceptable, where he never leaves. You know what I'm saying?
New York.
Yeah, he stays a small town like he should be. Or there's, Iron Lad Spider-Man, which is functionally what this guy is. Those are the two I'm willing to take. Global Spider-Man has never been something I appreciate.
No, James Bond Superman is not a thing.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna do 2 more trilogies, do we get to see Ned go Hobgoblin?
No, God, I
I don't think they'll go that route with this Ned because they made this Ned so similar to the
Miles Morales' best friend.
Yes, his best friend. They essentially turned Ned into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, so here's what I want to see out of the next 2 trilogies.
I want his best friend to change after the 3rd movie.
I want a proper.
It needs to be Harry.
I want a proper
As it
Venom
always
story
been.
for the next trilogy, and then after that, I want older Spider-Man with Miles Morales.
Hold on 1 second. Hold up. Roll me back here for just a second. What do you mean by proper village? Venom.
Best friend.
Well, what I'm saying is, which Venom are you referring to? Do you want villainous Venom?
Yeah, I want villainous Venom.
So you do not want any type
Rampaging
of,
Venom.
You don't want any type of carryover from the Sony Venom.
If they can make it to where like he like goes nuts or does, if they could find a way to make it work, I want.
You don't want an anti-hero.
I mean, like I like anti-hero Venom, but like I want Spider-Man versus Venom.
I feel like the only thing tying him to that anti-hero moniker is his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
So if we see Carnage take her out, we could get villainous Venom.
Well, the thing is, Venom has never been
I still
really a
haven't seen that
villain.
movie.
Venom is a character who specifically just has a grudge against Spider-Man. Eddie Brock or Venom, the symbiote itself, neither are actually villainous. You know what I'm saying? They're not actually out here to achieve anything through the means of being a villain. They have a specific grudge against a character, which this Eddie and that Venom can have against Spider-Man with enough storytelling. But Venom is not a villain. Unlike Shocker,
He's a
unlike
mistaken
Electro,
character.
Unlike Mysterio, he's not even out for selfish motivations. He has a specific grudge.
Even if they sit there and if they try to spin it and do the anti-hero thing, say there's something going on, Green Goblin showing up, Eddie Brock shows up in New York to report on it because it's been this wide scale thing. He's going to investigate something goes down, he's in his Venom suit, quotation marks.
Right. And Spider-Man takes him as a monster.
Exactly.
Which Peter has been
Known.
very, very racist against symbiotes, like his entire existence.
Like young Peter not knowing what the hell he's looking at, then fighting Venom. I don't care how they spin it. I want Spider-Man versus Venom, and I don't want before I started cussing, I don't want Eric Foreman versus Spider-Man, okay?
He should have never been Eddie Brock. He was built more like Peter than he was ever Eddie.
I want proper Venom versus Spider-Man on
That ruined his career.
silver screen at least once.
Which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with that fight. I mean, Venom in the Venom movie from Sony is like easily over 7 feet tall. The dude lifts up a 6 foot tall bodyguard with one hand. You know what I'm saying? So he's perfectly at the monstrous size. If you want to have it so that just the same thing that could happen, but once again, I feel like you need Mr. Fantastic for it.
We will get him.
Well, I'm saying someone explains to Peter that the symbiote isn't a good thing, that the symbiote is kind of like the Doctor in the Venom movie actually did for Eddie, where it's like, it's killing you, Eddie. You know what I'm saying? It's eating you alive. And somebody explains that to Peter, and Peter takes it upon himself to try to save Eddie, even though Eddie doesn't want to break up this relationship.
Right.
And Peter, in his
He thinks he's
self-righteous crusade,
doing the right thing.
right, harms the symbiote, and the both of them are in a really damaged state. They get really pissed off, and they both try to kill Spider-Man to keep their relationship.
Yeah.
I'm sold. And
There's
that's the fight that
there's
you
so
want.
many different ways they could still go about that.
As
Like a
long as I
turd
get that fight, I
in
don't
the
care.
wind.
I think the trilogies will go because he's finishing up high school. So the next trilogy will clearly be his college days. And then after that, it'll be after college.
Right, but hold on 1 second though. I think the thing that you're missing is that if we're going to be doing the Young Avengers and Champions, that he's going to take Miles Morales' place.
He will be their leader.
Well, because Tom Holland is just young enough to do so.
Yeah, he would be their leader.
Yeah.
Right, which is fine. Is anybody better than Kamala Khan?
It would have to be after he clears his name in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. So like
Kamala Khan would not be the leader. It wouldn't make sense for her to be the leader. She would be the least experienced. It would make most sense for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying,
Mhm.
just like if they basically off the comics, he's a de facto leader of the champions.
Yeah, I know, but she has, because they're just doing that Disney Plus series, she won't have very much experience under her belt.
So who's leading the Avengers now since Cap is down?
The assumption would be either Black Panther or Doctor Strange, even though Doctor Strange never was an official member.
Captain Marvel's not going to lead the Avengers.
That's what I was
She's
thinking.
busy in space.
Well, no, regardless, she's been typecast as the title character for it. So
She's busy in space.
okay. But I'm saying is that all I'm saying is that that's what we want to be the case. But
Yeah.
Spider-Man's going to lead the new team as far as the Young Avengers go, and Captain Marvel is going to lead the team as far as Avengers go. That's the thing that Marvel's
Civil
been
War
pushing.
2.
I
They're
think-
gonna make Civil War 2 happen so fast.
You guys don't think Chadwick Boseman's going to be tired of doing Avengers movies at this point?
Yeah, I can tell he's already tired of doing his thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's because like the African American community just tired him out of that. No,
Yeah.
like first off,
Could have just been having a day in that picture. Like I know what you're.
Yeah, he
Like,
looks-
He could have been spacing out.
Nah, I'm sure
No.
he's burnt out.
because
Avengers.
just because I want to make a tie-in in the Young Avengers, I think his name is Patriot or is it Guardian? No, it's Patriot. It's in DC, it's Guardian.
Yeah.
There is a Captain America
They talked about him
simile,
for young Avengers.
named Guardian, who's an African American who's picking up Captain America's colors, not necessarily his title or shield, and is a representation of that standard.
Yeah.
Who I support. So there you go.
Yeah.
We rounded it back.
Okay. All right. Well, the other news for Spider-Man is they are making a SpiderVerse. Sony is trying to make a SpiderVerse movie with not only Tom Holland, but there is Tom Holland, there is Tobey Maguire, and there is Andrew Garfield. All
So there's two
three.
Tom Hollands,
I said not only Tom Holland.
but Tom Holland.
Look, he just went and did the full list.
Yeah. So, went ahead and did the full
Oh, okay.
list.
My
There's-
bad.
No,
My bad.
Tom Holland's going to play two different versions of Tom
Did
Holland.
you get this from We Got Discovered?
No, I didn't. I didn't get it from We Got Discovered.
Because I saw somebody post on Facebook about this on We Got Discovered.
I did not get it from We Got Discovered.
I want to say it was me, but I didn't.
No, it was James.
Yeah, but a Spider-Verse film would be great, especially if we can.
I don't think it'll happen though.
But there's so many Spider-Man that we could do.
They,
but
I think they'll make a Spider-Verse movie, but I don't think they'll make it with those.
live. Well, I mean, we already had
Those
into
two.
the Spider-Verse.
No, what I'm saying, I don't think that they'll have Tom Holland without a doubt, but I don't think they'll have Tobey Maguire come back or Andrew Garfield come back. I don't think they'll get Tobey back because Tobey won't want to come back.
It's also an age thing.
Well,
out of
then he
shape
would
now,
be
too,
like
isn't
Into the Spider-Verse where it's an aged Peter Parker.
Well, I would rather not do live action. This is one of those times where I'm just like into the Spider-Verse 2.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I will agree with that.
It is a very, when you get into the Spider-Verse stuff, because you get into some more interesting Spider-Man characters from different universes, it's very hard to translate live action.
Also, just to carry some pop culture things, I would also love to add Insomnia Spider-Man to it.
That'd be cool.
Tom Holland Spider-Man to it.
Yeah, they could easily
they-
animate them.
They
easily.
dropped Spider-Man 2099. I think it's Miguel O'Hara. Is his name?
Yeah, the guy who's doing his voice is
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
So all of those, a Ben Riley would be nice,
Spider-Man
Dude, we
60.
haven't got a proper Ben Riley in forever.
right? So we can
That'd
add
be
all
awesome.
of that in, and we can
He's
just
one
do
of my
Into the
favorites.
Spider-Verse 2.
People hating on the Clone Saga. Y'all need to get over yourselves.
The Clone Saga was horrible.
I still loved it.
It was fun, but it's horrible.
Yes.
Especially
Still
because-
enjoyable.
I mean, I don't know if anybody want to spoil it, but Peter Parker was the clone.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember?
Bum, bum, bum.
I think it's Peter Pavardi, the Indian Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. They could
Yeah,
do that.
they could do that.
Well,
But-
Into the Spider-Verse had some great Spider-Mans, including Spider-Punk.
Yeah,
You know?
Spider-Punk would
Yeah.
be really cool. But going back to why I don't think those actors will be coming back, I don't think Tobey Maguire will care to come back. He said if he does a superhero movie, it would be more of him doing a villain. And then Andrew Garfield, Sony hates him. He disrespected the Japanese side of the company. They invited him over.
Oh well, he's dead in the water then.
Yeah.
Let's just stop talking about him. He's never coming back.
How did he do that? Okay, I have to have.
So
more
he
on
just
that.
he disrespected them by they told him that he was supposed to come to a special dinner and a special event, and he canceled last minute. Said he was sick. He was in Japan. He was not sick, but he was so, I guess he was upset at them with Spider-Man and stuff that he didn't go. And so that was one of the big reasons why they decided to reboot Spider-Man again.
Right, and you guys might find that that's a very minor thing from us in our
But
American
in Japan,
culture.
it's a big thing.
Yeah, because that's how business meetings are conducted, and it's a part of just standard etiquette.
Yes.
So yeah,
They
no,
knew he
he's-
was not sick.
Yeah, so he's completely shut down. He's never coming back.
Yeah. But you know, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? If they did do a SpiderVerse movie, I would much prefer them to, if live action, have that as a reason why Miles is in the series and stuff like that. That would be more interesting than them bringing 3 Peter Parkers together.
I really like the idea of the Spider-Man witness protection thing in Deadpool that was going around for a minute.
Yeah, that
I
would
really
be
like
funny.
the idea of that.
I guess we'll have to see how they go about it, but I guess that's how they would connect Tom Holland Spider-Man into the rest of the Venomverse, SpiderVerse, stuff like that. I guess they would probably have the Venom from the movies into the
SpiderVerse
Mhm.
animated,
Yeah.
and hopefully, I'm forgetting his name, but he's Mad Max and Fury Road.
Tom Hardy.
Tom
Tom
Hardy.
Hardy.
Yeah, Tom
Love
Hardy.
that man.
I love that man to death.
Beautiful
but yes,
man.
I hope he's okay doing some VA work for Into the Spider-Verse too.
but I think this is a good point to take a little break. We'll be back in just a moment. Please feel free to keep listening. Thank you for watching.
And tolerating the rant.
Yeah. I'm going to have one of y'all pause it.
Oh, Matt's going that way.
You had me sweating bullets, guys.
It had
Like-
to be
like-
said.
It had to. It
It had to be
absolutely.
clarified once
Here,
it was
I'll do
stated.
it. I can cut all this out. No matter. That's fine. I got it. I'll show
I
you.
mean, you'll be cutting out gold because it's important.
I'm not cutting it out.
Yeah, I'm saying, but it's important.
All right, welcome back to the culture-free zone that is the Geek Branch podcast.
That's a fucking lie. There are things that need to be said.
This is not a safe place, I guess. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
We love everybody though, just to
Man,
clarify.
yeah.
It's all jokes.
Look, we were as controversial as milk toast. Leave it alone.
It's all jokes. Don't
Say
take us too
milk
seriously.
toast?
Yeah, milk toast.
The-
Not controversial about milk toast.
the 20 to 50 people that watch us a week will be okay.
This guy says some stuff, man.
I don't like any of you. You people killed me.
Show me the milk
you
in a
love me
toast.
and you know it.
Explain milk toast to me, Dane.
Show me the tit on bread.
You really never heard that word before?
Milk toast?
Yeah.
Why am I the only person here that
I know that's
cultured-
word. I know that word.
But you didn't know who the writer of Roots is. Just
That's completely different, Dane.
Why would I know that?
Can we get back on topic, please?
Okay. All right. So back to the topic at hand. Marvel is clearly making a clean slate with its TV division after Kevin Feige took over the role of CCO. And what I mean by that is essentially right after that was announced, everybody was questioning whether somebody was going to keep their job because Kevin hates Ike Perlmutter, first of all. His job ain't going anywhere any soon, maybe in a few years. But
There's no way.
the other guy is Jeff Loeb, which is the TV head of Marvel TV. Well, they said he will be retiring here soon. So bye-bye
called it.
garbage.
But did we call it?
I
think we
called it. I called it.
last week.
Yeah.
We called it.
I
Yeah.
wonder if that was voluntary or did they offer him a check?
So essentially, I was watching a report on it. Not official, of course.
Excuse me.
It was one of those things where you can either voluntarily retire or we force you to retire. So he chose to voluntarily retire. And after that happened, they canceled Cloak and Dagger, which is the terrible freeform TV
I
show.
liked
I didn't think it was that
I
bad.
liked it. Don't
It's
do that,
okay.
Tim.
It's all right. I mean, it's freeform is like a step above CW, just a small step. And then pretty much everybody is pretty certain that they'll be canceling. What's the show on
Runaways.
The Runaways? They'll be canceling that.
Bye-bye, Alex Wilder.
They will probably do the Maelstrom that first season. After that, we don't know its fate.
Does anybody know what's... Never mind. That's going to be a distraction. Proceed on.
And then they are pretty certain that they won't...
It was TV related, but proceed.
They're pretty certain that Hulu won't be making those animated shows anymore.
That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
They won't be making those Hulu animated shows anymore.
So what does Hulu have? Like, I know this is off topic, but versus HBO Max and Disney Plus.
So the thing that's always worked for Hulu, why so many people use it, I'm one of the people that uses it, is because most network channels, the day after their new episodes air, it comes onto Hulu.
Yep.
So I use Hulu Live. So not only do I get that, I also get CW. CW usually isn't a choice on Hulu, but I have Hulu Live. So anything that, yes, I do watch some Hulu CW shows. I watch Riverdale. That's about it.
There's an NBC show called Superstore.
Yes.
That I watch.
Yeah, that's one. Superstore is one of the big reasons why I love having Hulu, because there are some good major network channels that have some good shows every once in a while, and Superstore is top notch. It's by one of the people that used to write for The Office, so it makes sense why it's so good.
So good.
I like anything that's made by somebody that was either else a writer or a showrunner for The Office. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love The Office. I love Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec season 1 is just, you can skip it if you want to, and then it's good. And then Superstore.
Yeah.
I think there's another one that I'm missing, but that's okay.
And there's
there is The Good Place. The Good Place is also good.
Yeah, Good Place is good. Power.
He doesn't
is
like
on
any of those.
Hulu.
I don't do comedy.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of that, and then they have a few good originals here and there, but a lot of times their originals are kind of, I don't know, they just try to make it too serious, I guess you could say.
Castle Rock is good.
Castle Rock is good, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's more, I wouldn't say it's art house type films, but it's more of
indie.
Letterkenny's not that serious.
Well, no, but that's a big popular show made in Canada that they decided to bring over
It's
to
actually
America.
This is the first season because I just finished season 7 when it dropped.
Yeah.
And this is the first time actually when you load up Letterkenny that it says Hulu original instead of Crave TV.
Yep. Because they got a big they have a huge contract over in Canada and over here. They pretty much are guaranteed like a whole bunch of seasons now.
Yeah.
Letterkenny, it's a huge hit over there. And now it's become a huge hit over here. If you've not seen Letterkenny, it's a Canadian comedy. It's still funny. Like, you might not always know the references that they're making, but they sure know how to make a good delivery on their jokes. It's a different type of comedy, the way because how fast they're going with their jokes and stuff.
It's repetitive and it's super fast and like
there's a rhythm to it.
Yeah, there's definitely a rhythm to it, and like there's some.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, there's some.
You might actually be intrigued by it, and maybe not the comedy aspect.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
Give your balls a tug.
Let's get to choring, boys.
Oh man.
But back to Hulu. Hulu had a whole bunch of animated shows in development. One was with MODOK, and Kevin Smith was working on that.
Like, when you say MODOK, do you mean like MODOK?
Yes.
What was it again? What's the anagram stand for? Something about solely designed for killing?
Essentially, yeah.
It's so
destruction and all that.
Murderous, like something designed for killing. MODOK's name is ridiculous.
Yes, but Kevin Smith was making a show for them with that. And then there was Howard the Duck animated show. And then there was another one I can't remember. But a lot of people are thinking that none of that's going to happen anymore now that Kevin Feige is in charge of everything.
Yeah, I think we're good without Kung Fu Duck.
I'm okay. I like Howard the Duck. I would love them to do a spin-off Disney Plus with the Howard the Duck from Guardians of the Galaxy with Seth Green doing the voice.
You can keep your quack foo for yourself. I'm good.
Mental organism designed only for killing.
There you go.
George Lucas can have a hand at Howard the Duck again.
Oh, God.
Why did you bring that up? I don't think anybody out there knows that.
So the first like Marvel movie was made by George Lucas. It was Howard the Duck, and it was a dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire is putting it lightly.
Yes, it almost made it to where they would never make a Marvel movie again. It was that bad. It was a financial failure in every aspect of the term.
Yeah, a lot of people like to think Blade is the actual
Nope.
numero uno. No, it was Howard the Duck.
I remember that. It came back. Like I locked it up. It's flashing.
That brought you
don't
back
like
the
it.
nightmares.
I don't like
It
it.
had
You're
a
welcome.
it had a reemergence on Facebook too after the Guardians movie came out.
As a meme, yeah.
Yeah.
So bad.
George, but he really loved Howard the Duck. I don't really understand
I
why.
still have this in my brain.
A lot of people really like Quack Fu. I don't understand why, but it is what it is.
I wouldn't mind it being. It can be done right. He can be a funny character. And so what do you think about the landscape of Marvel TV now that it's being cleaned up? What do you think the future holds? Do you think they'll be going to other networks, or they're just going to consolidate over at Hulu and Disney Plus?
Well, first off, it's a giant death of potential. The amazing casting and actor pool that they had from the Netflix Marvel shows.
I was about to say that
Yeah.
nobody else did.
Yeah, that's all gone, including
Yes.
the best Kingpin ever,
Vincent D'Onofrio.
dude. And so that's dead. I don't know if it could ever translate into anything else now, because obviously there's not going to be any type of, push for that. I don't think that Feige's going to care to revive. So I just think that I think that that's a tragedy.
I think they'll bring the Punisher back, but it won't be in the same form.
I think
I think we'll be getting a bunch of characters that need rated R movies, and they'll be getting PG-13 Disney Plus shows.
We got so many definitive versions of characters that we could
Same.
accept.
We're getting Moon Knight on Disney Plus. Moon Knight should be
PG-13?
rated R.
Well, Moon Knight can't really be anything but rated R. The guy kills more people than the Punisher.
Well,
Well,
he's going to be on
I
Disney
could
Plus.
see that first season being PG-13 because that's more psychological. Than
Yeah, and
anything.
focusing on the fact that he believes he has powers from the Moon God and all
What,
this
you
and
think
that.
it's going to be like Legion?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, Legion's not considered PG-13.
Oh,
That
well,
show's
but
considered.
they amped it up
Yeah,
each season.
Yeah.
It was more violent.
it would be nice if they kept Legion alive, but no.
I really think Marvel needs to do like DC's doing and do like a black label.
That would be nice. And
then
do it
do-
on Hulu.
Yeah, do it on Hulu. Do a black label on Hulu, and
Hulu Max.
yeah, anybody like. I think the Defenders need another season. I think that whoever the sorry sap that wrote Iron Fist should be shot.
Sorry, on his HBO Max comment. Speaking of the gift that keeps on giving, two things: an update on HBO Max. One, the rumor is that they, because of the price on Disney Plus, it might actually go down to $7.99 a month, and it'll be like Hulu, where it has commercials for that price, and then you pay a little bit more for commercial free.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that Genlock, the thing, this animated show made by Rooster Teeth, has been renewed and is funded by HBO Max now, because Rooster Teeth is actually owned by Warner Brothers. So just a little update on that. But yeah, Iron Fist is garbage.
Yeah, I feel like
They could easily redo Iron Fist and put him on Disney Plus.
Kristen Ritter, Mike Coulter, Charlie Cox, Finn Jones, all need their jobs back.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it is either, but
Well, it's a waste of casting, is my point.
It is a waste of casting, but
Yeah.
Disney is going to do their Disney thing and they're going to recast them. It's probably just reminding you that's the time it is. But I really don't plan on that happening. I think if they do anything other than Disney Plus, I think that they will go the route of the black label. I think that they'll use Hulu if they decide to do some more mature content, which they are trying to figure out what they need to do, because they have met with Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, about his movie. So they're clearly trying to figure out what they need to do about rated R films. So they are trying to figure something out, because they do have the Disney name, and Disney is known for more kid-friendly stuff, but they know that now that they own Fox and stuff like that, that they clearly need to expand and label it to where people understand Disney is Disney. It's still kid-friendly, but they have another division that does rated R stuff.
even if they just do like cameos, like
Disney After Dark.
Bro.
I don't know why you sounded like a Cinemax fan there.
Yeah, that
Yeah, let's not.
Too much HBO in the 90s.
Yes. Anyways, I don't know what you're talking about. My parents never had HBO or Showtime or anything like that. Maybe my friends' parents did. When I'd stay the night, who knows?
defensive Tim is defensive.
Tim used confusion.
Anyways, so I think that they'll start doing some rated R stuff with Marvel. It's just going to take some time.
I feel like what we talked about last week, my fear of them flooding us with content and what Dane touched on having.
Well, they're cutting content now.
No.
Yeah,
this is the
preparing
quiet
for more
before the
content.
storm.
they're
Yeah.
clearing the board to make room for more.
They're like, nope, garbage. Nope.
You're
Jeff
realigning
Loeb
the
touched this.
game.
I don't
You have
want
to
it.
remember that the water level has to sink before the tidal wave
Okay,
comes.
but name one Marvel TV show, live action, besides when they fix Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that you really enjoyed in the past 5 years.
Punisher.
Daredevil.
That's not Netflix.
Oh,
Oh,
Not Netflix and not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
there's not one.
well, you said what? You said Marvel,
Yes.
Gifted, Legion.
Gifted's
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger was
Eh.
actually not that bad.
It really wasn't.
Well,
Runaways.
I really like Gifted. All the X-Men one were really good.
Yeah, Legion was good.
Yeah, the X-Men one were pretty on point. The Runaways.
I'm still
and-
not a huge fan of Jeff Loeb. I'm not, I'm not no Kevin Feige, fan either. I mean, he's good at making Marvel movies, but I don't think he should have all the control he has.
They about to cram us with Marvel content that we can't keep up
And you'll
with.
watch it. Yes, you will.
We can't keep up with
I'll
all
keep
that.
up with it.
I will.
Somebody will, because it ain't gonna be me.
It'll be me, and it'll be Matt. I can watch content while I'm at my job. So
The same energy that it took me to read 20 comics in a day, and just to keep up with
jeez,
it.
that's a lot of comics.
Yeah, the same energy that brought me to do
I get a headache
20
after about
comics,
5.
Like,
I read a book a day.
I can do this.
I can't because I'm the otaku
You're not
of
human.
the group. I have to keep up with that. And if Marvel floods me with content as well, I can't do both.
That's okay. That's what me
Like-
and Matt are here for.
As long as they don't like.
Although I have to get on to him about watching Titans on time. When's the last time you watched it?
I'm like 4 episodes behind, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But who here?
There's so many good episodes you're missing out on. The Superboy episode is top notch.
Wait, pause though. Episode 8. Anybody?
I'm caught all the way up.
All right. So,
No.
No.
but a beatdown happened, and it was amazing.
Yes.
I already know about the Robin versus Deathstroke thing.
You have to catch
I
up.
need to watch it.
You have to catch up.
Yeah,
and I love the
that
Superboy
beatdown
episode.
was
Have you watched the
amazing.
Superboy episode? That's one of my favorite of the season.
Yeah. It's vastly improved in comparison to the season 1.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my thing: is it as good as this is my measurement stick here? Doom Patrol episode 4 of season 1 of Titans is what I look for as far as perfection.
Oh, for like a Titans episode?
Yes.
Superboy is far superior to the Doom Patrol episode, in my opinion.
The Doom Patrol episode was actually really good.
The Doom Patrol episode is good, but I really liked that Superboy episode. And I'm not a Superman fan. I'm a Superboy fan though.
Okay. So
I love Connor.
from me to you, Matt, easily comparable.
Okay.
Whether or not you'll put it above Doom Patrol, because Doom Patrol is a very kind of niche type of thing.
I love the Doom
Yeah.
Patrol series. I wasn't as big of a fan of the episode on Titans.
Okay, so let me clarify. I like the way the acting in Doom Patrol was. Not even just the characters themselves, not the content, not the zaniness of
Right.
Doom Patrol. I'm looking for
Top-notch
cinematography.
acting.
I'm looking for sound design. I'm
Mhm.
looking for acting. I'm looking for all the things that make a good episode, not just like
Okay, well let's be honest here, right?
It has one of the most structured episodes out of all the Titans.
Titans
Episodes.
has vastly improved as far as enjoyability,
Yes.
as far as production value. We're still not too high put there. Doom Patrol's production value was off the walls amazing, despite it being ridiculously goofy. Like
And
giant,
it's going to have an even bigger production because now HBO is funding it.
right? But I mean, you remember Giant Cockroach versus Giant Rat, for instance.
That's awesome.
Excellent production value, absolutely zany.
Yes.
Titans, much more enjoyable production value though, Matt. If that's what you're looking for, it's
And it has a
infinite-
bigger budget than Doom Patrol.
Yeah, it's an infinite step up.
Remember, I'm
From
speaking,
season 1.
Remember, I'm speaking exclusively of the Doom Patrol episode.
He's talking
from
about the
season
episode
1.
from season 1.
Okay.
Just the episode.
Talking-
Not talking. That's
not
why
the
I
show.
said that the Superboy episode is superior to the Doom Patrol episode, in my
That's what I'm
opinion.
looking for.
It has a very good structured episode explaining the backstory to Connor.
I put them pretty comparably.
As far as where I left off,
And
at,
Crypto is goodest boy.
as far as where I left off at, when certain people go missing, is where I left off.
Oh,
The last thing I saw,
with Jason.
the last thing I saw was the Titans.
You're quite a few episodes behind. You need to get caught up.
You're literally like half the total episodes out behind.
And in my opinion, the show gets a lot better after. I mean, I always talk about the show getting better, but I feel like the season gets better after that point.
Everything is progressively better from episode 1.
Yeah, it just
Uh,
it just gets better and
Progressively
better.
is the way to say it.
Spoiler, literally the last thing I saw was when Deathstroke shot Dr. Light. It's literally the last thing I saw.
That wasn't even the end of that episode.
That's the last thing I saw.
Thanks, bro.
Did you just go to sleep?
Sorry.
Where
You
have
haven't
been
gotten to that
at
point yet.
all? Have you done season 1 like you wanted to? All right, no, you can't even say anything, man.
We've given you time.
Plenty of time, weeks.
He has an excuse. He does have
Oh,
a new
yeah.
child and all that, and he has his
I didn't
older
mean
child too.
It's okay. It wasn't like a Red Hood reference or anything.
No,
No.
there hasn't been any.
I'm not upset.
Look,
It's
on-
gonna take a couple seasons till we get to that part.
Look, I know it's a spoiler, but you should be happy that some douche got shot in the face.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna last long,
I didn't either, but that
Yeah.
was a surprise. I didn't
especially
see
with
that
the way he
coming.
was talking to Deathstroke.
Oh,
Really,
yeah.
you think you're gonna last?
I was really hoping Raven would take him out, just so like Raven has a murder under her belt. Just
She does. In the first season.
And it doesn't really count. I mean, like an actual voluntary murder.
Yeah, that was not.
I
On
said
purpose.
murder. That's more like
Was
manslaughter.
she technically? Well, if somebody didn't have healing abilities, she would have killed somebody in the season.
yeah. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
I guess I gotta catch up on Titans.
Yes,
in
you
case
do.
A random
Yes.
conversation pops off.
Okay, so we're done talking about the comic book stuff. There's one non-comic book topic that we must discuss about because the final trailer came out for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Before we discuss it,
Can
we
we
are
watch
going
it?
to view it
Yeah.
with each other.
Are
'Cause
you guys?
I didn't watch it.
Are you guys ready? I hope you guys.
You
are
haven't
ready.
watched it
I
yet?
didn't watch it.
Yay.
This is my first reaction. This is live, so enjoy. I love Star Wars.
Can everybody see it with?
Tim in the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's an instinct.
I lied. I have seen this.
Yeah, this is the
Feeling.
final trailer.
The Force brought us together.
You're not force sensitive.
We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
I hate this.
But I do.
He does.
Where is his mask?
It's gone.
Long have I waited.
Shout out Ian McDermott, bro.
You'll come
The Rebels ship from Star Wars Rebels is behind the Millennium Falcon, by the
It
way.
was in Rogue One too.
is your
Yeah.
undoing.
I did like this. I'm not
What are you
gonna
doing
lie.
there, 3PO?
They're not his
Taking
friends.
One last look, sir. At my friends.
They're not his friends.
I just like seeing 3PO
His-
like put back together.
I
Yeah,
just
but-
like to pretend that he's specifically looking at Chewbacca.
It's the destiny
Yeah, that's
of the
true.
Jedi.
Chewbacca and R2D2, Luke, And Darth Vader are his friends.
Your destiny.
And the general.
This will they, won't they shit is bothering me.
More importantly, where did they get the funds for all those Star
Force will be
Destroyers?
with you. Always.
So
We're literally looking at hundreds of Imperial Star Destroyers.
it
Hold on. All right. Sorry. There you go.
did my boy Kylo Ren recreate the Darth Vader mask?
No. He fixed his mask
He literally welded his mask back together.
with
That was
Kyber.
from one of the earlier trailers.
He welded it with the light, either else the lightsaber or with Kyber crystals. I don't remember. If you look back at the trailer and she looks up at this guy sitting on the throne, it's meant to make you think that it's the Emperor. I really don't think it's the Emperor. I think it's someone else.
Look, man, we all hoped that it would be Plagueis, but there's no way. Look,
It's not Plagueis. I think it's somebody else.
then it doesn't matter. Whoever else is on that chair, if it ain't Plagueis, it don't matter.
Probably not Plagueis.
J.J. Abrams said he's going to tie 9 movies worth of continuity together with this bow.
So it might be Plagueis, for all we know.
No, Plagueis could be the only possible answer if you wanted to. Look, here's the problem. We're about to end this trilogy, and nothing in that trailer showed me any sign of Anakin. And without Anakin, the Skywalker saga does not end. Because the prequels made Anakin the most important character.
Deception.
Ouch.
I'm just saying.
It was a deceptive trailer. 'Cause I still
It's
don't know what
supposed to
Finn
be.
does,
You-
but they still put Finn in
You
the
know,
trailer
That's
a
the
lot.
point of Star Wars trailers.
No, you say it's deceptive. I say it doesn't have any information for you to get to begin with. It's lacking content.
This trailer's all over the place.
Yeah. Name a story beat. Can anyone point to any story beat besides Rey and Kylo fight?
Well, I feel like they're doing that on purpose, though.
Because they don't have anything.
This movie
in my
better be
opinion.
4 hours long.
It's not. It is the longest.
I have.
Yeah, it's a little over 2.5. It's the longest Star Wars movie ever. It beats the last one by 10 minutes.
Not that the last one had any valuable content for that.
No, but
runtime
I'm just
anyway.
saying it was the longest previously.
Look,
Now think about that. Avengers Endgame was the biggest movie of the year, and it was 3 hours.
Yeah, and it was
And now we're
wonderful.
about to tie a trilogy. Not even just a trilogy, like 9 movies with a Star Wars film.
Yeah,
2 hours.
2.5.
That's not good.
Well,
Not good.
you got to remember that.
I don't think it needs to be 3 hours long. I
Look,
don't,
I
want,
do.
I don't want a
do.
3 hours long Star Wars movie. Not with
I
the way
do.
Star Wars movies have been.
No, but like if they could find a way to make it work and like wrap up the entire continuity of this nine film saga.
You know who I think is going to be sitting in the chair?
Who?
Luke.
I'd kill.
Force Ghost Luke.
No,
Luke.
Luke damaged Luke like his daddy Luke.
How does that even happen?
This is
No
my
one
last
knows he
time on the
actually
Geek Branch.
died. No one knows he actually died. All you see is his robe.
All right.
So
flying off.
He
If-
teleported out of his robe, is what you're saying.
No, all I'm saying
You
is,
don't even see the robe
No,
coming
no,
off of him. You just see the robe flying.
Okay, first off, Obi-Wan, and second off, going back here, this is where the FBI, if you're listening, I'll tell you right now that if this does occur, you can now put me on the terrorist watch list because I swear I'll lose my mind.
What if he ends up being the bad guy?
Yes, if Luke is the bad guy, then I am done. Luke could never be Vader.
It was all a dream.
I mainly just said that to make
See,
him mad.
I was honestly sitting over here wondering if it could
I really-
even
I
be
don't-
Anakin himself. Other than the fact that we see him show up as a Force ghost,
Yeah.
which was an original
I was
concept.
making more of a joke. I really don't think it's Luke. I think it more of a possibility that Darth Vader is the one that survived.
Yeah.
It's that last little bit reminiscent of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I felt those vibes.
Yeah, I don't think it's the Emperor.
Lord Vader.
But it can't be Vader. Because
The
Vader,
look on her face was just like, wow.
Total shock.
Vader has been redeemed.
What am I looking at? Type of
Vader
expression.
is no more. We only have
Well,
Anakin.
just because you see him on a throne doesn't mean you don't know the contents of why that person's on the throne.
Well, his body can't be there.
Unless Kylo Ren is gone full Darth Vader.
He does have like his.
He's got a
deformed
hard
helmet.
on for his grandpappy.
Yeah, bad Pappy before Pappy went good.
Yeah, bad pappy.
Because
Yeah.
somehow he never got the story that his grandfather was redeemed.
He did no, he probably did. He just thinks that his grandfather made a mistake due to emotions.
Oh, if he does get the full story, like when Luke got the full story.
Yep.
It's
I don't.
horrible. It's crap.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But we will still be seeing it before the podcast.
The end will still be better than Game of
Well,
Thrones.
you did-
No.
You didn't see my message in the group chat?
I may have missed it, but let me tell you right now, they will be seeing it. I will not watch this movie.
I guess I will be giving your ticket to someone else.
Hand
Oh,
it to someone else. I don't.
I got you an IMAX ticket.
Normally, I never turn away gifts. Somebody bought me a rainbow unicorn Hecarim for League of Legends one day, and I've played with it for years. But this is the one gift I will return to you.
Dang, you gotta watch it.
Record
I
the
am not
whole
seeing-
thing, and we're gonna upload it before the podcast.
Dane, you have to watch it with us. I want to see you have a conniption.
Ski
You will
mask
not
and a
watch
nipple.
We're going to be talking
die.
about the movie on the podcast, and you're going to be out of the loop. And is this going to make you more angry because we're going to describe it probably wrong?
Okay, you know that movie comes out December 20th, right?
Yes, I know. I was thinking that's Christmas week. Is it going to? Well, we'll discuss about that off the podcast. But
Yeah, because
if it is an issue, if it is an issue for y'all, just let me know.
Should be
I
good.
I could
but-
get written up for going seeing Star Wars.
Mm.
Maybe.
We'll see how it
Are you
works out.
having to work on Sunday, December 22nd?
Is it the 22nd or is it?
Yeah, I held it off for Sunday because I know you're usually off
Yeah,
on Sunday.
He said he had
Um,
the tickets for Sunday.
Peak season hits November 17th, and then it's 3 weeks of peak season, so I should be clear.
Okay, just let me know. But sorry guys, got a little off topic. Star Wars trailer didn't really give us much answers. It was all over the place. We don't really know what to think of it, but I thought it was a good ending point because everybody's talking about the trailer. But I think that's it that we're going to talk about today on the cinematic movie universe topics. There was a lot going on, but not too much. It was much more quieter week. So that's why I did some more rumor based stuff. Anyways, I hope all of y'all have a great week. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for letting us get to the root of our geek culture with you.